Hey everybody, this is Greg Gossett from Gossett Trading and Mentoring Live, and today is Tuesday, December 22nd, 2020. We're in the final hour of the trading day. The final hour of the trading day is my favorite time. I think it's the best time to make your buying and selling decisions based upon what the large financial institutions are doing at the end of the day. I consider them the smartest money on the street. They're dealing a lot of money. They have very smart people. They have the best information, best technology, and following what they do at the end of the day, in my opinion, is an edge in your trading in the long run. So thank you all for coming today. I appreciate it. It's good to see everyone. I always look forward to this time of the day. Very grateful that we have this group and we can share ideas and share trades, and just very happy that we have this channel. Currently, the Dow is down 145 points, down 0.48%. The NASDAQ is up 56.69, up 0.44%, and the S&P is down about 3 points, about 0.1%. So let's take a look here. This is going to be the plan for today. First of all, we're going to run the U.S. legal disclaimer. Secondly, we're going to come back, take a look at my current positions, talk about when I bought them, why I bought them, how I'm going to manage them going forward. I did have some good day trades today. I'm going to share those with you. After that, we're going to go over and take a look at the board and see how your positions are doing. I'm glancing over there right now, and I do see some pretty good ones. So we'll go over those. After that, we'll talk a little bit about trader psychology. The most important skill you can ever learn in trading is the skill of discipline. Making a plan, following your plan. So I do like to touch on that a little bit as well. After that, I have gone down through the results. I've gone down through my watch list. I've also gone down through the results of Kamal's scanner. And we're going to be going through those real quick. As I mention every day, I do have 3 requirements whenever I'm looking to enter a trade. First, you have to have a good confluence or combination of indicators lining up, ideally on multiple time frames, such as MACD crossover, V1, V2 entry, moving averages, ATR channels, RSI levels. The more we can combine those together, I think the better trade, or the better chance that you will have to have a profitable trade. Sometimes you can have 9 indicators lining up at the same time and it doesn't work, but do that with 100 trades. I think you'll be in the 65% range, success range. Good risk to reward is the second one we need. We always need to have a good risk to reward. 2 to 1 is my minimum. So if I'm risking $100, I have to be able to make 200 or more to the upside. And then number 3, always take a few minutes each day. Think seriously about how many positions do I have? How correlated are they? How much account heat do I have? Am I position sizing based upon current volatility? These are always important things to do, and I do those with every single trade. So then I'm going to go down through the candidates. I'm going to try to narrow it down to the very, very best one at the end of the day. And if I find one that meets all my requirements, I will go ahead, place the trade before the market closes. After the market closes, if you have any questions for me, please let me know. I'm happy to answer. If you have any stock symbols that you'd like me to look at before the market closes, please let me know. Put them in the chat. I'll do my very best to get to them before the end of the day. And then lastly, if you have any new entries or exits for me today, if you could please wait till the end of the day so that the market's closed, pressure's off, I'm done teaching, I'm done trading, and then I'll get them all updated for you, okay? So I'm going to run the U.S. legal disclaimer, and I will be back in about 40 seconds. Thanks a lot. This video or live broadcast, like all instructional materials produced by Gossett Trading and Mentoring LLC, is created and published for informational and educational purposes only. Please carefully read and/or listen to the U.S. government required disclaimer before watching this video or live stream broadcast. The video link and disclaimer text are located in the description section of this video or live broadcast, here and here. Thank you so much. All right, let's see who is here. Lova is here. Good to see you. Brian is here. Good to see you, Brian. Johan is here. Hey, Johan, good to see you as well. Quad says, good afternoon, Greg and group. Happy Trading Tuesday. Good to see you, Quad. Frank says, hello, Greg and group. Dan says, hi, Greg and Gossett. Group, good to see you. Quad says, I don't know, is it just me, but your microphone seems quiet. You know what? I have had some issues with my microphone today. I do what I do to try to fix it. How about everybody else? Does it sound too soft? Let me see. I've done everything I can because I noticed that the sound seems strange. Let me check one more time over here. And that's where it's supposed to be. Okay, hold on one sec. Let me try something else. How about now? Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me better now? I know there's a delay, but does it sound better now? Test, test, test. Test, 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 test. It's better? Okay, I put on one of those little headsets. I don't know. Maybe that my computer has to restart or something, but I can't do it right now, obviously. So hopefully, maybe my microphone has called it quits. I don't know. Let's see. So this one, better now. Okay. All right. Sorry for the delay. Let's see. Let's keep going through. All right. Okay. Johan, okay. Good to see you, buddy. David says, hi, Greg and group. Brian says, I thought it was me. Tracy says, hi, guys. Good to see you, Trace. Morgs is here from South Africa. Good to see you. Love a 74. Same here. I was jiggling my head cord. Ramble Ron. Hey, buddy. Good to see you, Ramble. Hope you're doing well. And now my little dog that I'm babysitting is growling. There you go, Keel. Hey. Hush, hush. Bob is here. Good to see you, Bob. Johan says it started with normal volume. Johan says the disclaimer sounds normal. Okay, Steve Burns, good to see you, bud. Thank you for coming as always, Steve. Always an honor and a privilege. I'm glad you can hear me. Brian gave a thumb up. Quad says better now. You sound like captain of a U-boat. Oh, wow. Well, you may not know this, Frank, but that's my other job. I don't think I ever mentioned that. Ramble says it's louder, but quality is lacking. Okay, well, we're just gonna have to deal with what we have because the other microphone doesn't work. Sorry about that, everybody. All right, well, let's get started. First on deck. Is anyone else in this with me? No. All right. So I did buy DRIP back here on the 14th of December at 25.19. Under 30, over 30, bullish engulfing bar, V1. MACD went positive. I bought it here at 25.97. Currently it's 27.76. It's up 2.36% today. No profit targets yet, but it is up 6.45% from the entry. FSLR. Yes, Gary and myself did take FSLR back here with this nice bullish engulfing bar. Bought it at 90.98. Big move up. We bought it at 90.98, and you can see it's been a good move. I hit 5 profit targets today, if you can imagine. That's pretty good. Up 7.65% on the day, and currently it is up 12.18%. So that's been a really good trade. Love. Karen, Gary, and I, we did buy Love back here with the return to value, sideways motion, V1. I bought at 46.30. This one has been a hot mess. I made a mistake here, blah, blah, blah. Then yesterday it gapped down, kept me in. My stop on this end of day stop here is 45.72. If it closes below 45.72, I will go ahead and just get out of this trade. And it looks like I'm going to have to take a loss on this one today. Ollie, I did buy Ollie back here. Anyone else in Ollie with me? Johnson is. I did buy Ollie back here at 79.50. Bullish engulfing bar, rejection to the 200-day. It's been a nice up move. I scale out on the way up. I did take half of my profit right here when we rejected the 200-day moving average. I'm glad I did this. It's been up a little bit today, down a little bit today, but still nicely up on the trade. My stop on this is it has not moved 1.5 ATR for my entry. So if I get a close below the 250-day, that will be my stop. But it is positive so far. SPY, I did have a little bit of an overnight SPY profit, not a whole lot. Looks like Yas and Jatin was in with me. I got in yesterday at 367.86. I got out this morning right at the high at 368.23. It opened at the high and then went down. So in at 367.86, out at 368.23. I'll be buying this again today and holding it overnight. TGT. Let's see, who do we have in TGT? Karen, Brian, Johan, and Ava, and myself. We bought this yesterday with this nice V2. Close under 50, over 50. I bought it at 171.64. Currently it's 172.02. It's up 0.17%. I did hit one profit target today right near the very top, up at 173.06. So that's just a good reason why I like to take profits, use a profit target. USO, I did buy USO here at 30.97. Currently it's 32.04. I bought it over here on the monthly bar. Long-term trade here with monthly bars. I bought it with an under 30, over 30, under the negative third channel, over the negative third channel. So it is up slightly. It's up about 3% so far from the trade. So that's good. REGN. Let's take a look here. David Johnson and myself did buy REGN with this higher low V2 at 496.34. Did jump up the next day, hit one profit target, luckily came back down, tested my stop loss, closed above. Again today, it tested the stop loss, closed above. So as long as it holds halfway of this washout bar, I will be keeping it. But this one is slightly down on the trade. Real quick, I did sell puts on Google. I mentioned this yesterday. I won't go into all the details, but I did sell puts expiring June 18th of 21 at $1,170 at $1,715. Picked the 1170 price because the 200 week is above as support, and over on the monthly, the negative 1 ATR channel and the 50. But this one is profitable so far. All right, now let's take a look at some day trades. Man, I feel weird with this headset on, I can tell you that. All right, I did buy VIX today. We had this big up move. We came back into the value zone. I took a V1, no sideways motion, but the reason I did was because it rejected the 5, the 50, and the 20 EMA when it had the V1. And it was a strong move up. I wanted to buy that first dip. My stop would have just been a close below the previous, below the 50-day moving average, but did not close, and it went my way. It took off for me. I took half of my profit here. We came up here,
got right underneath the 100-day moving average. I took another half of a profit here at 1838, and then when it got back to my break even on the last quarter, I got out. So I got in at 1829, out at 1834, out at 1838, and the rest back at break even. So that was a good one. Real quick, we have Quad and Gary are in the VIX. Quad bought up here at 1991. So this one has been a bit of a loss. Gary bought here at 1723. So he is in the money. Gary sold half yesterday on that big move up. It is down 22 cents today. It's down 1.19%. So that was a good half exit there. Qs. I did have some trade on the Qs today. Right here, made a higher low close above the 200-day moving average, giving me a good risk to reward ratio. I got in at 308.80. 2 bars later, had a nice big upward move. I got out of half at 309.03. Here, it moved 1.5 ATRs for my entry, got out with a close below the previous day's low. I held on to a quarter. And then here, let's see, sold half of a half, got out of half of what I had left here at 309.72 on this big expansion bar. And then finally here, we closed below the 5-day EMA. So I got in at 308.80, got out at 309.25, 309.58, and 309.72. So that was a really good trade. It's been a good day trading day for me. I'm a little under the weather today, and I think that was good for my day trading because I was not fighting anything. I just was taking it as it went, and it turned out to be a really good day. Lastly, Apple. All right. Apple on the 5-minute. We had a 520 crossover. I didn't want to chase that big bar. I waited for a pullback, rejection of the 510 and the 20, and I entered here with a V1. I got in at 131.85. Next bar had a big up move. I got out of half at 132.33. Held on, had another big up move here. I got out half at 132.74, and then I finally had a close below the previous day's low at 132.74, and the last one I got out at 132.44. So in at 135, out at 133.32, 133.44, and 133.74. All right, so that's it. So it's been a really, really good day trading day. Really good, and not a bad day over on the positions. So for a down day, I'm glad. Let's see. Steve says big Apple rejection around the 70 RSI after the monster rally. Let's take a look, Steve. Yes, you're right. Oh, and by the way, I always forget this one, but Gary is in Apple way back here at 108. Frank is in at 111, and look at this big move Gary and Frank had. And just like Steve said, look, we did reject the 70 RSI. It's 69.45. We were much higher earlier. So goes to show you that that 70 RSI really does hold a lot of weight. And then before I forget, Qs, Frank is in from 284.60. Jatin is in from 302.30. So both of them are nicely in the money. Steve says big silver chark puke today on AGQ. Oh, I didn't see that, Steve. Let's take a look. Oh my, look at that. So Steve, good exit when you exited right here with this close below the previous day's low. I know the next day it went up against, but you know, who has the last laugh here? Steve does with the close below. Very good, excellent trade management, Steve. Down 8.9%. Wow, that's a big day. Morg says, hi, Steve Burns. I bought your new Ultimate Guide to Chart Patterns today. Excited to read it. Oh, I'm glad you did that, Morgs. You will find all of Steve's books just the best. Ava is here. Hey, Ava, good to see you. Hope you're having a good day, my friend. Ava's having a good trade today on ISRG. We're going to get to that in a minute. Frank has a poem for us. Let's see. Yeah, I may have to get a new microphone. I don't know why. I have a feeling maybe if I turn my computer on, but the sound level looked weird when I tested it, and I tried everything I knew how to do, but I was like, well, all I can do is start the podcast, and I'm sure everybody will let me know. But I hope this little headset I have here will suffice. Frank says, sometimes a trader will speculate. It may be their way to ventilate. A setup that's risky can be part of a plan. It's your money as long as the risk you do understand. Oh, excellent as always, Frank. Let me just paste this in here so I can post that later. Let's give it one more shot. Sometimes a trader will speculate. It may be their way to ventilate. A setup that's risky can be part of a plan. It's your money as long as the risk you do understand. And that's the most important part. To me, the most important part of getting in a trade is your risk to reward and position sizing based upon volatility. That really is it. I saw um, a survey that Steve had on his Twitter channel about what's the most important part of the. I think it was what's the most important part of the trade, and there was one up there as far as I think for sizing for volatility and risk. And I mean, where you get in, yeah, sure, it's important from a technical standpoint, but you know, even if you're the most horrible trader in the world, if you don't have a large position size, you're not going to blow up your account. But if you position size too large, you can certainly do it. Steve says, thanks, Morris. Karen's here. Hey, Karen, good to see you. Hello, traders. When I arrived, my first thought that Greg had a guest speaker today. You sound 30 years younger. Oh, my. That would make me about 5 years old? No, I'm kidding. So can everybody hear me okay? I mean, is this going to work? Is this going to work out? I hope so, because I don't have an alternative. Um, all right. Well, let's go over and take a look and see what's going on with your positions, everybody. All right. Yas. Yas is in Microsoft from 213.82. Look at this great trade for Yas. Now, did this reject the 70 RSI like Apple did? No, 63.39, but Microsoft's way off of its highs. Obviously, you can see that. But nice trade there, Yas. ISRG, Ava, the master trader. Man, look at this trade, everybody. Ava's in from 750 even. It's 815.33, up 3.3% just today, and up 8.03% on the trade. So congratulations, Ava. IAU, Frank bought IAU at 1754. He is still in the money. It is down a little bit today, but he's still in the money. So congratulations there, Frank. Alibaba. Ava bought Alibaba at 253.31. It's currently 256.96. It is down a little bit today, but she's up on the trade. Google. Jatson bought Google GOOG at 1738. It's currently 1721.13, down 1.5% and down a little on the trade. And Gary also sold credit spreads on Google January 15th, 1570, 1550s, and January 15th, 1550s, and 1540s. So he sold two credit spreads, which is a bullish position. He wants them not to close below 1570 or 1550 by January 15th, but he's got a couple hundred points protection there. Okay, Yas is down to a third. All right, down to 1/3. Okay, Qs, we went over those, or did we? No, maybe not. Jatson is in from 284.60. Frank is in from 284.60, I believe. Jatson, it is from 302.30, so both of them are up. I think I covered that. DocuSign. All right, 1030 EMA crossover. Yas has a third of a position left, got in at 224.12. It's 250.14, so up nicely on the day, up nicely on the trade. ALGN. Jatson bought ALGN back here at 441, sold half at 521.90, and sold another. No, he sold half here, and the remaining half he has is up even further, up on the day, up on the trade. Let's see, that was DocuSign, right? THO. Ava bought THO yesterday. I remember that, 98.30. It's 101.68, up 1.76%. Congratulations, Ava. Eli Lilly has come back down. Yas and Gary bought it at 148.41. Had a huge run up. I know Gary sold half here, which I'm sure he's glad that he did. It's lower than that now, but both of these gentlemen up nicely on the trade. TTCF, Johan with the monster trade. Good risk to reward ratio at the 200-day moving average. It is up today. It looks like it had some volatility today. This trade, everyone, up 39.51%. Wow. Unbelievable. Congratulations, Johan. It's just fantastic. FVRR. Jatson bought FVRR at 208.60. It's 222.51, up on the day, up on the trade. CARR, I think, is Frank at 37.60. It's 38.13, down on the day, but up on the trade. DKNG, Jackson is in from 35.67 and 51.06. Kamal was in from 54, and he did hit his stop loss intraday. He told me so. He is out of DKNG. Walmart. Johnson bought Walmart here at 145.70. It's currently 143.87. It's down 1.44%. It's down on the day and down on the trade. MasterCard. Gary sold MasterCard credit spreads. He sold the 290, 280 January 15th. So as long as it stays above 290 in the next 3 weeks, Gary will be able to keep all the money on his spreads. Qualcomm, Carul. I haven't seen Carul for a while. 157.20. It's 145. I'm going to take that trade off because I haven't seen him, and I would highly doubt that he would still be in that trade, holding on to that loss. I would hope so anyway. Kamal also hit his stop loss on Facebook. He is now out of Facebook, and Jatson's in from 282.97. So let me know if there's any change there, Jatin. Teladoc. Frank is in from 182. Johnson's in from 190.51. It is up today, 1.68% up on the day, up on the trade. Beyond Meat, Bob, Brian, Kamal took Beyond Meat with the 520 crossover at 142.92. It is down 0.79% today, and it is down also on the trade. PTON, yes, oh my gosh, look at this, everybody. Yas took PTON at 115.97. Look at this monster. It's up 11.5% just today. Yas up on this trade, entry to exit 28.17%. These moves are I'm just like so proud of everybody. I mean, it's just unbelievable. Johan bought 2U at 34.24. It's up 4.94% today alone. Johan is up 18.63%. This is unreal. It's amazing. Evan, nice trade here. Evan at 43.40. It's 46.19. That's up 4.32%. Beautiful trade, Evan. What is that? ZI. Tesla, down today. Jatson bought Tesla here at 639.90. It's currently 635.74, so it is down today, and it is down a little on the trade. Nike also down. Frank Sold half yesterday. Thank goodness, Frank. Frank bought Nike at 139.22. Sold half here on this reversal bar, and it is down 0.96% today. But I'm glad to hear that Frank sold half of his position. BUNZ, oh boy. Frank bought BUNZ at 36.46. I don't know, Frank, if you got out yesterday with the close below the 200. I don't know if I missed it. I'm hoping I did. But I don't think so, but that is down 2.96% today. AYX is another monster from Johan, 119.15. It's currently 131.73. Johan is just, I mean, it's up 9.56%. Johan had the biggest trades I've ever seen, honestly, like consistently. It's just amazing. It's just amazing. SE, David got into SE at 193.10. It's currently 198.70. It is up on the day. It is up on the trade. And then lastly, Ride, Bob bought Ride at 19.31. It is currently 20.35, up $1 even, up 5.27%. So some amazing trades out there, everyone. Wow, just really amazing. Just really amazing. Okay, let me take care of something here. Okay, this is a whole other experience using this headset. Steve says Fubo chart is a beast. Fubo. Whoa. Look at that. Nice little return to value. Would I be chasing up here? No, but I wouldn't have been chasing here or here or here either. So, wow, that is a beast, Steve. Johan says also QS. QuantumScape. Up 35% just today. Unreal. Oh, you're out of buns. I'm so glad to hear that, Frank. I'm so glad to hear that. Okay. Okay, well, listen, before we start going down through the end of day candidates and analyzing them, looking for that end of day trade, let me switch gears, talk a little bit about trader psychology. This is from my good friend Thomas Payne at Trader T Payne. Really good Twitter channel. If you haven't subscribed to him, do yourself a favor. Thomas was a scientist. He transferred careers and became a trader, and he really brings that scientific method to his trading and the psychology of trading. So whenever he has a post, it's seriously really good. It's just something that I learn every time. So let's read it. Unsuccessful stock traders often feel like they need to do more and try harder, but you must remember, sometimes doing less is better. Do nothing while waiting for the right trade. Do nothing while your trade is working. Man, that's good. Do nothing while waiting for the right trade. Do nothing while your trade is working. That was kind of like to me today. I'm a little under the weather. I just didn't have the energy to get in and battle with day trades today. So I just sat here with the case of the lazies and did not do anything until the right trade set up. And I didn't do much. I just was tired. I just sat back and just 100% followed my plan. And, I had all positive day trades today. So, here's Thomas's writing about this, and I just experienced it. Sometimes the best thing is to do nothing. And I'll tell you what, if you're a business owner or you've been an athlete, you always feel like working harder is what you have to do to achieve. And that I believe that's true in business. I believe that's true in sports and other things. But in trading, it's one of those weird things where it really is not true. It's better to just work smarter than harder. But this sums it up perfectly. Do nothing while waiting for the right trade. Do nothing while your trade is working. sometimes the best thing to do is nothing. But what a great post. I hope that was helpful. It really was for me, and it was really relevant to me today because I wasn't doing much, and it worked out fantastic. So thank you, Thomas. And again, he's Thomas Payne at Trader T Payne over on Twitter. Chris F., good to see you. Let's take a look. CURI. My Lord. Yeah. That chart is a little less positive. It's actually quite bearish. We gapped open and reversed. If I had been in this stock right here, which I wish I was, but I'm not, I would definitely be taking something, if not all off today because of this big reversal type of bar. All right, Johan wants to look at knee. I think I have that on my list. Yeah, it's a higher low V2. Closed below the -1 ATR channel, rallied back in, a couple days back down, triggered with the V2. The only thing I would be careful on this one is I would make sure, one, that it actually confirms and closes over the day one's close, but I would also make sure that it does not close under the 50, because you could close under the 50 and still have a V2. But when I take V1s, V2s, if I higher low V1s, V2s, or return to value V1s, V2s, if it rejects the 50 RSI, I would get out of half. So I wouldn't enter a new position on something that I would normally get out of half. But right now it looks like it's under the 50. Workhorse, yes, I have that one as well. We must have the same scanner, Johan. Quad. Listen, you and I were speaking earlier about fractals. Let's see, high 2210, high 22.8. So a fractal, everybody, is a high with two lower highs to the left and two lower highs to the right, a bullish fractal. So here's the high, two lower highs to the left, two lower highs to the right. The signal, bullish signal, would be if that fractal gets hit, and it did get hit today. Now, the other side quad is a bearish fractal. Here's a low with two lower highs above it, two lower highs above it. Bill Williams would look at this trade and say, okay, whatever happens first, I'm going to take it. Well, actually, it did trigger the bearish fractal yesterday, but then has reversed. So this looks pretty good. I mean, it's a sideways motion. It's wound up, a lot of consolidation, and you have one heck of a fractal there. It's pretty good, honestly. It's one of my favorite ones, as a matter of fact, Johan. Oh man, I don't feel that well, everybody. Pinterest, it's okay. I mean, we came into the value zone, we made a lower high. We did, however, wash out the previous low, and we have a V2. MACD's not positive. We're right at pretty close to the third ATR channel. Let's look at the weekly. Yeah, the weekly's way up here at the third ATR channel. I like the other ones better. Words of wisdom from Thomas Payne. I know they're good, right, Johan? Frank says, someone once told me you have to be sick to trade. Is that why almost all my stuff's working today? I don't know why. Excuse me. Sorry. I forgot the headset's attached to my head. I can't turn my head away from the microphone. All right, drip. Well, I'm closing in on that top profit target. It's doing well, up 3.39% today. This has been a good trade. Thanks to Ramble Ron for pointing that out to me. FSLR, doing really great. I don't usually have these big kind of monster trades, but up 888. That's a good sign also. That's a good sign also. It's a 76.23. Like I said, I hit 5 profit targets, so I've taken a lot off. I'll probably just hold on to what I have, see if we have another run up, or see if we lose the 70. But yeah, congratulations, Gary and Yas also Love, I am definitely going to have to get out of love here with the close below halfway of the washout bar. Ollie is fine. It's down a little bit, but it's profitable, hanging in there. SPY looks like it's selling off at the end of the day here. I'll be buying this again. TGT, not too bad for Karen, Brian, Johanna, myself. I mean, it's not up a ton, but it's up. USO is down, still up on the trade. REGN, listen, if it closes below halfway of the washout bar on the higher low V2, I'll have to get out of this for a small loss. But so far, it's holding it. Q's turn negative as well. Interesting. Johan says, get well soon. Thank you. Frank says, funny. I went hiking yesterday and it was wet and slushy and my feet were wet and everything. And then I taught last night. And usually after trading all morning, right, and hiking and working out and then teaching, my lessons are 3 hours. I'm usually exhausted when I'm done with those 3 hours, like literally just could lay on the floor and go to sleep, kind of exhausted. But strangely, I was very energetic. And this morning when I woke up and then I started not to feel so well, I realized, you know what? Sometimes before I get sick, you get that extra burst of energy out of nowhere. And I'm pretty sure that's what happened. So, okay. All right. What am I doing? Oh, good, Drip. Get on up there. Hit that profit target. You can do it. You can do it. All right. Okay, let's go down through the potentials here. This is AMC Networks. Earlier, it did trigger a false breakout to the downside. It triggered a nice V1, but now it has not. It's not above yesterday's close. So this one is not valid anymore. It would have been valid intraday. And by the way, had you bought it with the V1 intraday, that's fine. But when you buy things intraday, if they keep rocketing up, obviously you get a better price. But if they go down, then you have to get out with a small loss. Whereas if you would have waited till the end of the day, you wouldn't have it. So it's the difference between lag and having more confirmation or getting a better price than having whipsaw. Hope that makes sense. Workhorse, as we mentioned, and Johan pointed out, it's a nice fractal. It's also a V2 if you want to get technical about it. Here's day 1, day 2, day 3, day 1, day 2, washed out day 1. And it's a V2. I mean, is the risk to reward okay? It's hard to say on this one, but it also triggered the fractal. Let's take a look at this over on the fractal chart. We'll get a better look at it. Here's, yeah. Here's the high with 2 lower highs to the left, 2 lower highs to the right. It was not above the red alligator line. There's a lot of volume here. I mean, it certainly could go a ways. It did take out this high over here. I'll bet you if we look at it on an intraday, it is way up there. Oh, it's pulling back a little bit. So yeah, I'm somewhat interested in Workhorse actually. CarMax, oops. Not interested in this position, but I am interested in just reminding people what happens if you hold through earnings and it doesn't go your way. Down, it was looking really good. You might say, man, the market likes it. It has to be good earnings. Well, not so much. Down 7.16% today. I mean, you know this. I haven't mentioned it in a while, but in my opinion, it is not a good idea to hold through earnings unless you have a really, really long-term view, and even then it's scary. You can make a lot of money quickly, but you can lose a lot of money quickly as well. So I'm not interested in this. Just a quick reminder, public service announcement about what can happen if earnings disappoint. And who knows? I don't know. Maybe the earnings were good. I have no idea. That happens as well. ZYXI. Well, we moved up. We came back down. We tested halfway. We do have a V2. Kind of a big down bar there. Big down bar there. $14 stock. I think I'm going to pass on that one. Cody. If any of you have been around for a while, you remember the Cody that Kamal pointed out way down in this range. Look at this monster that has just taken off. Do I want to buy it today? It's a return to value. It is a V2. A lot of selling came in right up here. And so that kind of forces me to think there was lots of selling up here. Can it go up there again? It certainly could, but is it going to? I don't know. I'm just looking at the bar that I had, and there was a lot of selling going on up there. So I don't think I'm going to buy Cody. TLND V2, but looks like we rejected the 50 RSI up here. So there was a lot of selling going on there. So I'm also going to pass on that. Pins, we just looked at that one. Yeah, washed out. It's okay. It's up nice today, that's for sure. A lot of resistance up here. Doesn't mean we can't break through, but MACD is very positive, very negative here, so I'm going to pass on that. LKQ earlier was a V2, but no sideways motion. This is the kind of V1, V2 that goes down, triggers, maybe goes up a day, and then, in my experience, comes back down. TMUS, return to value, sideways motion, lower high, washed out the low, gapped up big. I usually don't take a gap on a V2, but it did come back down and fill. Right up there at the second ATR channel on the weekly. It's rejected by the second ATR channel. I think I'm going to pass on that. BWA. It's a nice higher low V2. Closed below the -1 ATR channel, rallied in, came back down, formed the V2. MACD went positive. That one's not bad at all. So let's put the potentials over here like so. NVTA crossover. I don't know how that back tests, so I'm going to leave that one alone. Merck did have a V2 earlier, untriggered, rejected the 50, so no. NEE, we talked about that. Not bad. It is above that 50, higher low over here. So let's put the three potentials over here. Let me take a quick look at things. All right. So workhorse BWA, just have to do some math. What's going on here? Okay. And then NEE, let me do some math here. NEE 479. Okay. So before, okay, so I'm getting out of Southwest, so I'm freeing up some room and capital. So I will get out of Southwest with the loss. REGN is going to be very close. I may have to sell that. That's one I'm going to have to watch for sure. Okay, so one more time looking at WKHS. We're right in the middle of this big down bar. That concerns me. See the big down bar on the weekly? We're smack dab in the middle of it, right? I mean, if I took halfway of this bar, we are right there, and that's when it stopped. You know, this could continue and just go exploding upwards. It really could. But after looking at the weekly and we're right there and a half, I'm just going to pass. It could just go skyrocketing up. It really could, but I'm going to pass. BWA. MACD did go positive here. Let's take a look at the weekly. We have that 200 right above. That is concerning. NEE, let's look at the weekly. Yeah, I feel like I'm halfway trying to talk myself into these trades. And so I am just going to not take a trade. I think I have enough positions. I'm torn on the workhorse. I really am. But my first thought when I looked at this was, it's a little overextended. Maybe if tomorrow it can come back and I can get a little better price on it, giving myself a little better, if it could hold halfway right about here. So if it could come down to maybe like here, something like that, then my risk to reward formula completely changes. But right here, I just feel like it's chasey. So I'm gonna let that one go. See if I can get a better price on it tomorrow. All right. So I am not going to take any trades today. Drip, I am keeping. FSLR, I am keeping. Love, I am getting out of love. Getting out of love, everyone. Ollie, I am keeping. SPY, of course, I am buying the overnight SPY trade. TGT, I am keeping. And REGN, ooh, 489.20. So I'm going to have to watch that one very closely. All right. So I just sold Love, Southwest Airlines. And basically, I'm just going to have to be watching REGN. Steve says KMX roasted on earnings. Yep, they sure were. It looks like, huh? Frank says even on good earnings, it may not be seen as enough, hence drop. That's true. Gary says I have shares in VUZI at 176. Sold some yesterday at 748. Today at 1058. No kidding. How come you've been holding out on us with your VUZI trade, Gary? Holy hamburgers. Whoa, whoa. Fantastic, Gary. Ramble says, nice trade, Gary. Frank gives a thumbs up to Gary. Thanks, Ramble and Ramble Ron, AMD 9105. All right. Remind me at the end, Ramble, so that I don't miss 9105. So you're in at a good price. But remind me that at the end, if you don't mind. Kamal, hey, Greg and all. Hey, Kamal, good to see you, bud. Hope you're having a good day. Gary is getting out of those. Okay, remind me again, Gary, at the end. Okay. So Apple making a little move here at the end of the day. I did just sell Love, getting out of Love here. $489.20. That's my line in the sand on Regeneron. All right, a few more minutes to go. Dow's down about 200, Nasdaq's up 60, S&P's down 8. So I'm just watching to see if Regeneron's going to close below halfway of my stop, which is here at 49.20. Ollie, are you going to go positive for us? I was trying. No cigar though. All right, we have approximately 1 minute left. Looks like for the moment, RAGN is going to hang on there. So no new trades for me today other than the overnight SPY trade, obviously. Apple making a little late day run here. What is that? 489.20. Okay. And that's it. That's it. All right, so I did buy SPY at 367.24 for my overnight SPY trade. 367.24. So that's that. Drip, nice day today, up almost 3%. The big one was FSLR, up 9%, which I'm very grateful for that. Got out of love. Got out of love for a loss. Ollie was unchanged, so I'll take that on a day like today. Target was up today with a profit target. That's great. Oil was down. REGN was down but held. And so that's about it. So listen, if you have any new entries or exits today, if you could please just put them in the chat. I'll take as much time as we need to get them all taken care of real quick. Just to remind everybody, I do teach private lessons in the evening time via Skype. I love to teach. I've had really good success with my clients. I teach you everything I've learned from all of my mentors and teachers and coaches all over the year, all through the years. I teach a 15-hour course, 5 sessions, 3 hours each. And I know if you take it, you're going to be a better trader. I just know it. It's $1,000, but it's worth every penny, and I think it's worth a lot more. So if you're interested, you can just send me an email. Email's in the description of this video. You can also send me a message on Twitter, and if you do reach out to me, I'll reply and say, hey, let's set up a Skype call. Let me learn a little bit about your trading. You can ask me questions about the course, all right? And then if you like today's podcast, I would appreciate it if you could hit the thumbs up button. It does really help to let Google know that there's some good content or valuable information in this podcast, and it really does help out the channel. So if you could do that, I would really appreciate it. All right, so that's that. All right, so Ramble got into AMD at 91.05. 91.05. What a good entry, huh? Nice, Ramble. Ramble Ron. Kamal is out of DKNG. Oh, I did take you off of DKNG and Facebook, Kamal. Right? I did, yes. Gary says, I bought Vuzi a long time ago. Before I joined the channel, took your course, which was greatly enhanced my trading. Oh, fantastic. Karen. Well, Karen, you were right on love. You were 100% right. That's for sure. So let's take Karen off of love. And then let's do it this way. Workhorse, WKHS. All right. So Johan got in WKHS, which is a good sign, people, if Johan is in it, I'm telling you. Let's see. Johan. Okay. And NEE. Okay, there you go, Johan. Good luck on those, bud. Yas is also in Workhorse. And out of Lily. Jackson is here. Good to see you, bud. Good morning, everyone. Greg's still in second DKM position. Yep, I've got that. In case I'm not around for coming weeks, as may be sailing from top end of Australia. Nice. Beautiful. Frank is out of buns. I think I already took Frank off of buns. Has anybody seen Frank's buns on here? I think we've got him off. Out of Nike. Okay, that's totally out. The other half. Okay. IAU sold one half. Okay. Ramble Ron is an AMD. I think I already put that up. Yes. LKNCY. I don't think I'm going to be able to pull that one up. LKNCY. LKNCY. Nope. That one I do not have access to on my charts, Ramble. Sorry about that, bud. Jackson says, hope you feel better soon too, G. Thanks, bud. Appreciate that. Ava's out of ISRG by mistake. Oh, I'd like to hear that story. Where did our ISNG? Where did INSG go? I know I had it. Hello, where is it? Oh, here we go. You got out of it by mistake? So you want me to take you off there, Ava? Gary is out of love. Okay, so that's everybody on love. Out of Lily. Half out of FSLR. Okay, and who is that? That's Gary. All right, so Gary sold one half. And I also sold one half today, just by the fact of the phase outs. Jackson says, and specific congratulations to people taking small losses. Please don't forget to celebrate these as you have total control where you get out. Very good point, Jackson. Thank you for that. That's true, right? Taking small losses is it's a good thing, and I think you should celebrate them because you followed your plan. And on the other hand, celebrate holding big wins. Gary says, Ramble, isn't LKNCY Lucan Coffee the Chinese scam company? Ava says, forgot to remove my upper bracket out at 110 from ISRG. So you're out, right, Ava? You're out of INSG. ISRG, excuse me. Well, who knows? That might turn out to be a good lucky accident. Quad says I'm in NEE. And Workhorse. All right. Sounds good. Look, that Workhorse could just take off again tomorrow. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Quad, Johan, and Yas. Well, I hope for you Three Musketeers that it goes up. I mean, it's one heck of a fractal. No doubt about it. MACD under 50, over 50, a lot of volume today. Johnson says no new trades. Dan says get well, Greg, 100%. Thank you, bud. Appreciate that. Gary says thanks, Greg. Feel better. Have a great day. Thank you. Appreciate that, Gary. Ramble says, yep, that's them. Yep, that's them. Not so much a scam anymore. Okay. What's happening after hours? FLs are ups a little bit. Facebook's up a penny. Qs are down just a little bit. SPY's down 28 cents. And VIX is up 4 cents. Ramble said he got in at 540 and rode it to 11 and sold it at 840. Well, that's a good trade, Ramble. Quad says, thumbs up as always. Feel better, Greg. When you are well, let me know when we can take our call. No rush. Okay, sounds good, bud. Thank you for that. So, good day today. Surprisingly good day based on the market, and congratulations to Steve for getting out of silver when he did. That was the right time for sure. Jackson says celebrating small losses reinforce and rewards your mind doing the right thing when you should do it. All within your control. Thumbs up, y'all, and I'm out. Rest up, G. Thank you, Jax. I appreciate it. Yeah, I am not even planning on going on my hike today. I just can't even imagine doing that right now. After this podcast, I'm going to go to bed. That's for sure. Okay, well, I don't say this often, but I am going to bed instead of on my hike. But I still want to remind you to please, if you don't mind, try to go out and do something nice for somebody today. Just a smile or a wave, or just lend them a hand, help them out if you can. One nice thing for a human every day would be a great thing. And then if you could also do one nice thing for an animal each day, that would be twice as good. It really would. One nice thing for a human, one nice thing for an animal, would be the world would be a better place. So congratulations on some of these trades I've seen here today. Fantastic. My gosh, man, have we got some traders in this group? Have we got some traders in this group? Did I already say that? I think I said it twice. Yes, says, thanks, Greg. Get some rest and get better. Wishes, best wishes for everyone. Frank says, Zycam helps. Oh, sorry. I saw that as Zycam. Zinc helps. Yes, it does. You know the story with Zycam, right, Frank? Zinc does. Yes, it does. And I have been taking some vitamin C and zinc stuff to help. So, anyway. All right. Well, I think that's it for today, everyone. Have a good rest of your day. Have a good night. And hopefully I will see you tomorrow during the last hour of the market. Hopefully I can have this microphone fixed up and working. I don't know. I'm going to give it a best shot. I may have to go with the headset again tomorrow. So take care, everyone. Thanks again for coming, and hopefully see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.
U.S. government required disclaimer. Stock, options, futures, and forex trading is not appropriate for everyone. While there is a potential for large rewards, there is also a substantial risk of loss associated with trading. The material in this video or live broadcast is not geared towards any particular individual or to any particular financial situation and is not intended to meet the particular investment objectives of any viewer. This video or live broadcast, like all instructional materials produced by Gossett Trading and Mentoring LLC, is created and published for informational and educational purposes only. Any and all information contained in, implied, or referenced by this video or live broadcast is not to be construed as investment advice, and no representation is made that any individual or entity involved in production of this video or live broadcast is an investment or financial advisor or is registered or authorized to give any financial advice. We are publishers and educators only. Therefore, the various producers of this video or live broadcast will not accept liability for any loss or damage of any kind which may arise either directly or indirectly out of the use of any of this material, including any loss of profit. No representation is made that any account or investment will or is likely to achieve the profit or losses demonstrated. We recommend consultation with a licensed and qualified professional before making any investment decision. This video or live broadcast is not to be construed as an offer to buy or sell any security, financial instrument, or financial product of any kind. Notice is hereby given that any individual or entity involved in production of this video or live broadcast or their clients may have an interest in any security, financial instrument, or financial product mentioned or referenced. Any simulated or hypothetical performance result depicted does not represent actual trading and therefore may under or overcompensate for the impact of various market factors such as lack of liquidity.